Hello guys, welcome back. It is a Vlogmas day 10. Day 10, we're almost there. And for today's video, I kind of wanted to do a year reflection, 2024, looking back on the year, and also kind of some goals going into next year for 2025. And I figured I could chat while wrapping some Christmas gifts because I really need to get some gifts wrapped. It's crazy to look back. I feel like so much has happened for me in 2024, and you know, everything with the plant shop and I don't know, just my collection in general. I just feel like from the start of 2024 until now, like I've gotten so many new plants this year, which, you know, going into this year, I knew like I was opening the shop and everything, and I knew I wanted new plants to have for the shop, but I definitely wasn't expecting me to get so many plants this year. And it's kind of been a little eye-awakening in the sense that I do feel very grateful to be getting new plants. I've been gifted several new plants. You know, I've purchased a lot on my own. I've also purchased some, you know, for my own personal collection that I just really, you know, wanted and that were on my wish list from last year. I was thinking about maybe doing like a reflection on the wish list plants, but I don't think I'm going to for this year. I do want to make a wish list for 2025, but I kind of just wanted to reflect in general as a whole, like everything that happened this year, other than just, you know, the wish list plants that I got. Looking back, I feel so grateful for all the support, just in general regarding, you know, everything about the shop, all the support. It's crazy to think about and, you know, wrap my head around. And I love doing this. I love making props, growing these little plants and packing them, sending them off. I love hearing like follow-ups on how the plants are doing in your care, and I just really enjoy the process. And I know some of you have reached out because, you know, you have wanted to start your own shop, and you know, it is a lot of work. I feel like you really have to be motivated though and have like a want for it and not look at it in a sense that, oh, I want to sell plants to make money. Yes, that's ultimately the goal, but you have to enjoy it, and you have to like look forward to doing it every day. And, you know, you have to be on top of things, and you can't like forget about these plants and not water them because they're going to struggle, they're not going to grow. I think the biggest challenge for me has been, yeah, like staying on top of all that, but too, like pest management, you know, because I do have pest outbreaks that happen, and I feel like that happens, you know, pretty much anywhere. You're going to get pests that show up. You have to take care of it because you don't want there to be an issue, and you don't want to send plants out that have pests. So I feel like a majority of my time is spent like always looking for pests and treating for pests. And I've definitely been a lot more like diligent this past couple of months and just really trying to spray my plant collection down. I'm trying to be better about isolating new plants as well that come into my home. You know, I've been dealing with mealies, so hopefully with the introduction of the predatory bugs that they'll be gone. I was actually just checking on them a little bit ago, and it's still early, like I just released them, so I haven't noticed them doing like really anything yet. They're just like, I'm worried because they're crawling. I spotted like 4 or 5 crawling on the floor, and you know, that's not good because I don't want to step on them while I'm in there watering. So hopefully they crawl their butts back onto the plants. I'm gonna have to be careful going in there the next several times I'm in there watering. I'm gonna have to be very careful where I step. So yeah, it's a lot of work in that sense, like trying to stay on top of pests and caring for all the plants and everything else. But even though it is a lot of work, I do really enjoy it, and I look forward. That's kind of something I do want to look forward to going into 2025. I don't necessarily want to keep adding a ton of plants, just like keep adding and adding on, because I am only one person and I have to have something that is manageable because it is just me. My shop hasn't even been open a year. I think I opened it in March or April. So it hasn't even been a full year yet. I feel like this year has been just kind of like, I don't know, it just feels like it's been one long year. I feel like I started my shop and I've been so busy every week that I have a restock that I feel like it's just kind of, now that it's the end of the year, I'm just kind of reflecting, like I've learned so much with having the shop, and I do want to take what I've learned and go into next year and kind of refine things a bit. I think I just want to focus next year on growing healthy plants from what I currently have and accumulated from this year. I don't necessarily want to, you know, like I said, add a bunch of new plants. Hi, Lou. Yeah, so that's something I really want to, just focus on, is just, you know, I really would love to, get that space kind of set up a little bit differently. I don't know if it would be an option to get the carpet out of there in that room for next year, but I would love to get the flooring down in that room. I hate having carpet in that nursery area, and I would love to get the bed out of there, but I know that's not really an option right now. I would love to turn that whole, no. I would love to turn that whole room into a nursery area. So eventually down the road, but I think for next year, I just want to kind of get it maybe reorganized a little bit, have a better flow. I also kind of want to rearrange this area over here and get it better organized. Yeah, I don't know, just kind of take things that I've learned from this year and apply those to the shop next year. I'm not really wanting to bring a lot of new plants into my collection next year. I do have some that are on my wish list that I would love to get. It's not anything that I need right now. I've definitely did a lot of like reflection with the plants in my collection, as far as, you know, at the beginning of the year, I was still chopping a lot of moss poles. I was still obsessed with them. And this year, towards the end of the year, I'm kind of like, it's not that I've fallen out of love with moss poles or anything like that, because I love big leaves. I feel like I just want a collection that's easier to maintain. And that's why, like, I've loved pond, and I loved like the less maintenance that comes with growing in pond. Would I love to put more plants in pond? Probably. But I also know like my pond flush day is a lot, and I actually probably need to do that before the beginning of the year, because it'll be 4 weeks. But yeah, I just want to focus on my collection for next year, figure out ways that are going to be easier for me to maintain. And I've kind of started that this year. I've started it with like taking plants off of moss poles. I've taken a lot off, and you know, I've started using a lot of clear poles that are empty, no sphagnum moss that you have to keep watered. I've also, you know, started using more core poles, because the plant shop in a way has kind of refocused my collection in a sense that I'm growing plants now to grow and sell versus growing plants for, you know, I don't want to grow like the biggest plants. You know how social media, sometimes you tend to post, you know, your big impressive plants and, you know, all that. And at one point, I feel like I was so focused on social media and, you know, focused on like growing my own collection that my focus has now shifted towards growing little plants. And so I want my plants to be able, I want to be able to like chop them. I guess I just want it to be easier so that when I do go to like chop them back, I'm not like stressing over the fact that it's like a huge pole and all these things. I don't know. There are some plants that I don't like probably ever want to chop, but I know it'll have to come to a point where I'll have to chop them. What are you doing? You can't lay on here. I gotta wrap these. Cutie. Oh, she's laying on the ones that I already wrapped in tissue paper, of course. She's so funny. Here, let's lay on just a piece of tissue paper. Here, Lulu. Here, lay on this one. Don't lay on ones that I've wrapped. She's so funny. I don't know. I don't know where my train of thought was going, But yeah, I don't know. I just see my collection differently now than I did when I was solely doing like social media. And I don't consider myself like an influencer. I'm not out here like promoting a bunch of stuff. I'm just sharing my collection and what I've learned along the way. And, you know, I've kind of moved away from social media in that sense. Like I'm rarely posting on Instagram anymore. I've kind of fallen out of love with Instagram in a way, which is kind of sad because I really enjoyed and I really loved Instagram at one point, but I don't know if I'll pick it up again next year. But YouTube is like my jam though. I love posting long form videos rather than short form. It's just something I love to do now. I don't know where next year will lead with social media, but as far as like YouTube, I don't see myself, you know, moving away from YouTube at all. I still want to try and post as much as I can regularly with, you know, doing weekly restocks. I think my content, you know, I have shared a good part of like unboxings and stuff on my channel from this year, and I think because I don't want to be purchasing a lot of plants next year, I feel like that's something that's not going to be shown on my channel really a lot next year, would be unboxing videos. You know, unless there's something that I really want to get and I'll buy and share with you guys. So thinking of content for next year, I feel like honestly it's probably going to be a lot of stuff just focused on my own plants and plant care and propagating and growing. Part of me is a little worried about social media in general. I mean, I know like houseplants aren't going anywhere, but I don't know if anyone else feels a sense of, and maybe it's just me, but I feel like, I don't know if more people are leaving the hobby. I just feel like over the last few months, it just feels different. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like the people that are here are either people that have been here since like way before COVID, or either people that, you know, got into plants during COVID like me, and people that are like just now getting into plants. But I feel like there's been a lot of people that have left the hobby in general, which I get it because, you know, it's an expensive hobby for one, but it's a lot of care and maintenance that goes into growing houseplants. And I guess that makes me worried about where YouTube and video content is moving forward. I feel like I'm someone who I'm always thinking ahead or always thinking about the future. And I do worry, like, is houseplant content, are people going to be watching it as much? I just feel like people are so content overloaded now with all these short form videos. I'll like look at my YouTube analytics and you can see things, you know, you can analyze a specific video and see where your viewers, like my viewers, are still watching, when they kind of fall off from watching, when they kind of click out of a video, how long average time people are watching videos. I feel like a lot of my regular viewers are still watching, but I feel like people are being more particular with the type of content they consume, if that makes sense. But I don't plan on like going anywhere. I don't plan on stopping YouTube. You know, I do also, another goal for next year along the lines of YouTube is I do really want to start a second channel. And I want to start that sometime next year. I don't know when, but I would love to. I love posting about plants and making plant videos, you know, but I would love to start posting just other stuff, and not necessarily vlogs, but just like making videos about other sorts of content, unfiltered, or just, I don't know, just about random things. I love social media though, and I really do enjoy making videos and making content. I just don't know the future of all this. So yeah, I do really want to have a second channel. Even if the second channel doesn't get like hardly any views, I just feel like, you know, it'd be a different outlet for me. And I kind of feel like I need that in a sense too, a different creative outlet other than just plants all the time. And I love like doing repotting videos and all kinds of stuff, but I also feel like, you know, how many people are kind of bored with that kind of content, you know? But yeah, I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna be posting, and anyone that continues to follow along on my houseplant journey, I appreciate you guys so much. And it's crazy that it's been 3 years on YouTube already. Like, what the heck? It's crazy to think about. She's going inside this bag. Look at her. Look at her, she's stuck. Luna, you stuck in the bag. Oh, you sweet girl. Come here. You got that around your neck, darling. That's around your neck. Come here. Doesn't that hurt? You're so funny. Cats are seriously so cute. So yeah, I am excited. There are a lot of things I'm excited about, but I think the main goal is to just focus on my plants, focus on propagating, maybe getting rid of some that no longer speak to me. You know, I have mentioned that before. I've gotten a lot of like free plants and stuff this year, and although I have gotten some for free, I don't necessarily like want to feel the need to keep them because of that. I feel like if I don't really want to grow it and it doesn't really make me happy, there's no sense in keeping it. So I am going to look at downsizing some of those plants and going through my collection, because I do feel like I have quite a bit, quite a bit of plants. It's crazy, like some plants too, I really have enjoyed like growing them throughout the years, and some of these that I've had for like 3-4 years now, I still really love. And you know, I'm excited for them and what they're going to do for this year. I feel like plants that you love after a few years, they're like your tried and true, you know? This is to my hubby. He never treats himself to like clothes, new clothes. So I got him some clothes because yeah, he wears a lot of this stuff. Like his closet is literally filled with clothes that he's had for like 13 plus years. But yeah, a lot of reflection this month, but I'm so grateful for everything that's happened this year, all the opportunities and everything around the shop. Thank you guys so much for all that support and for trusting in me. And you know, I hope that you guys love all your plants that you've gotten from me. And yeah, I only want to continue to improve with that. And yeah, next year I feel like, yeah, I just wanna focus on me, the shop. I wanna focus on my collection and hopefully starting a second channel, maybe sharing some other stuff other than plant stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it's been a lot this year, a lot of hard challenges, you know, with the shop and everything, getting that up and running. And I've been on this like routine in a sense with the shop and everything, which has been good for me, because I sort of needed something. I felt like just doing YouTube and stuff, I just wanted something more. So yeah, I hope it's a good year for all of us next year in our collections, and we can start 2025 off right. I'm actually really excited to get all the Christmas stuff down. I like starting the new year with like a clean home. So after Christmas, once we get back from North Carolina, I'm going to probably get all this stuff down before New Year's and do like a clean, and like it'll make me going into the new year feel better, because I also am going to be starting like the shop back and stuff either the first or second week into the new year. So I want to get the house good and everything and my plants kind of situated, and then we can start off the new year strong. So that is my goal too. But yes, I appreciate you guys for being here. I hope you're well. Yeah, thank you for watching this Vlogmas series. There's a couple more days left. But stick around to the last day. There'll be a little surprise for the 12th day of Vlogmas. But yes, I'm so grateful to you guys. Thank you. And I will talk to you all here tomorrow.